Sometimes deciding what to do with pieces is the hardest thing. Struggling with the ideas that I have in my mind and what I should actually do, what's best for timing, money, and also the space that I'm trying to create, or the space that I have already in my shop, and what could possibly sell there. Right now, sales are very low. They're down from what they have been in the last couple of years, especially with the pandemic or after the pandemic. During the pandemic, I was the busiest that I have ever been. I literally just finished doing pieces that I booked back then this January. So it's slow right now. I'm finally gonna be able to get to my stash and through my stash, but things aren't selling as quickly as they were selling before. And I'm struggling with pricing also, because there are other people who are now painting who were not painting before, and that is a creation of the pandemic, and nothing wrong with that. I think there is space for everyone. However, their pricing is different than mine. I have more experience. My pieces sometimes are or not sometimes, my pieces are higher than normal, or than those people's normal. And I'm struggling to sell mine because a lot of people are gonna go with what's cheaper, even if it's not the best quality. It's just they're going with what's cheaper. I end up painting a lot of those pieces after. But I just need to kind of reinvent what is happening. And that's one of the reasons why I'm trying to create a showroom within the space that I have here at the shop, so that I can tell people, you can come out and shop what I have, unfinished and finished. So that's what I'm doing right now. So this week, I'm going to tackle a lot of pieces that I can do quick flips on, so that I can start gearing up for what I'm thinking about doing, and then trying to execute all of those pieces and all of those items at the same time, all of those ideas at the same time. So that's what we're gonna see this week. I'm feeling much better, thankfully. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, I will be going to the house that I couldn't go this past week because I was sick. But that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna work on a different piece every single day this week. This is what I'm thinking on this one. I think it will look cute. Love that color. Haven't used it, and then I think this will look cute. I got a whole bunch of transfers and stuff like that I want to start using on pieces, so I'm gonna do that. I'm going to use a coarse sanding pad to scuff sand this piece to take all of the sheen off so I can paint it. Just coarse sanding pad, or any, I would say 220, 180 to 220 sanding paper will be fine. Let's mix the paint. Super easy. All you need is the paint and water. I usually grab a container. This one is glass. And I use any water, but I happen to have this water here from leftover water that I always have. And who doesn't? Okay, I haven't opened this actually. And basically, you do equal parts water to paint. This is a 1 cup container. I'm going to not do the whole thing. I'm gonna do about 3 parts of the container. So less than a whole cup about 3/4 of a cup to 3/4 of a cup of water. And I'm going to mix. I'm gonna bring something else and I'm gonna go get my whisk and mix that. Make sure there's no little, like little, what is it called? Just anything. Oh my God, look at that color, y'all. How beautiful. And then, so I'm gonna mix this really well. This is what it already looks like. I just wanna make sure that I don't have any little things of paint in there that hasn't mixed completely. And leave this sitting here for about 10 minutes and then come back and start painting. That is all that you need. A nice brush and done. I actually don't have a whisk here, but I'm gonna go ahead and use my tongue depressors, mix it really well, and then I'm gonna save this and I'm gonna put the name of it over here. That way I have a paint sample that I can keep. I got a whole bunch of chippy. I never get chippy. So I've got to put another coat in. But look at this, y'all. Oh man, I hope I'm not really messing this up, because I really rather have this on this piece. And that's the thing with milk paint. You never know what you're gonna get. Look at this. Ugh, I hate taking this off. I really do. And I hate putting another coat on without knowing if this is gonna actually do it again. I hope it does. We shall see. But I gotta do a second coat. So by the way, dang it, I have this much left. It was right here. I started like right here, and I have this much left to do the second coat. We'll see what happens. Here's how finicky this paint is. Not one. Look at this. Nothing. Here's the other drawer. Let's see this one. Nothing. Not one flake. And here, I'm already starting to get flakes on the second coat. Look at that. I'm so excited. I need to put a little bit more here. But I can already see flakes. Look, there's flakes there, and I saw flakes on this side too. There, look at all that flakiness that we call chippy in milk paint terms. Chippiness right there. And that was, oh my gosh, look over here. I'm excited because that's what I wanted. I wanted exactly that on this piece, so I can put the, oh, that's gonna chip right there too. So with milk paint, for sure, oh my gosh, sorry guys. With milk paint, for sure, you need to make sure that you don't have drips, because it's super easy since you are mixing the paint yourself. It can be way watery or more watery than we're used to with regular paints. I know it happens for me. The mix is always a little bit more watery than I'm used to applying, so that's something to look for. But it's looking so good. I'm excited. I'm also exhausted. I'm breathing really hard and I feel my chest a little congested, but I'm good. I'm hanging in there and sweating crazy, which is what I wanted to do. You guys, I might have to repaint this. Check this out. There's not gonna be anything left. I went from never having chippy to getting too much. Oh my goodness. This is crazy. This is all I ended up with, paint. That's all the paint. That is all the paint that stayed on. So I guess I'll repaint it and put some bonding agent on it. Dang it. Okay, as I do it. Ready?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my god. The whole thing just fell off. Look at this. Wow.
You're good?
There's nothing left. All right, I'm gonna do one more coat with regular. I didn't apply any bonding agent. I'm gonna do one coat. It's still falling. Feels like what is left over, it still wants to go. Look at this. Oh, this is going too. Okay, so I'm gonna only apply it in the spots that it doesn't have paint, and if it falls, it falls. What's weird, let me show you. This right here. Look at the front. The front didn't fall. Like I said, this has a mind of its own. Look at this. Still holding. Nothing, look. Nothing on this side. And you all saw that I prepped the same way. So, one more coat and done, whatever it does. I always complained I never got enough chippy. And now I feel like I wasted paint. And then look at the drawer. This drawer got chippy with the second coat, and this one only got the little corner right there. I don't see any more on that one. And it looks pretty dry. So one is gonna have some and one is not gonna have any. The second coat, not the second coat, the first coat. So this is the recoat, is drying, and in some of the spots where there was paint, it's chipping again. Check it out. And here. But I'm gonna leave it alone. I'm not putting a second coat on that, so it's gonna stay like that. Let's see how it looks dry, but I think it'll be fine. It'll be chippy enough everywhere that I don't have to worry about. And this side too. And since I'm putting a stencil on it, it'll look fine. I think it's gonna look pretty. This is another one of those pieces that if somebody likes it, they can take it, and if somebody doesn't like it, then I guess it can stay here forever. And I'm okay with that. Look at this. Incredible. So cool. I'll never complain about not getting chippy though. This taught me a lesson. So much better. A lot of it still fell. There's that on this side. A little bit more on the sides and the front over here. I sanded everything to make sure that all of it that wants to come off. It did. And then this on this side. But that's better. So maybe this piece just needed one coat. And I like the way that it looks. Kind of faded in some spots, and then with the chippy on the rest. I'm happy with this. This is where I'm gonna stop. I'm going to do the transfer now. I don't know what's wrong with the rest of the stencil, but this stencil, I wanted to prove a point. This one is coming off basically like butter by itself. Don't know what the rest of it wants to give me. HE double hockey sticks. But I'm almost done. And it's not going to win. you guys were wondering what I was doing while the cabinet was drying, and I was kind of setting up this room here so that my daughter can use it for her vintage clothing sales. So she wants to do like vintage denim and vintage t-shirts and some shoes. And so she can set up right there. And I figured that this piece would be the right piece to be in here since I'm not in a rush to sell, but if it goes, it goes. I love it. I love walking by and looking at it. I think it's gorgeous. This guy is also for sale. It's on my Etsy shop, and locally, of course, the price is different. So if interested, someone just contacts me. But both pieces are for sale if somebody really wants them. So I don't mind selling this, and this is definitely for sale. But since I'm not in a rush to sell it, it's just gonna live right there for some time. But yeah, I think that this room is the right room for this. We have a rack, a clothing rack that my husband built many months ago. And this is gonna be the room for that. My daughter doesn't even know. She wanted a space out there, but I think this is a better fit because we can put, once I move this, I can put a chair, a table, and people can try on things over here, and it will be just much easier. Maybe even a rug on the floor, who knows. But that's what I was doing today, along with the green cabinet.